Hello, my name is Choi, and I'm here to inform the change of time, specifically in the field of warfare. My two primary sources were the Persian Wars by Herodotus, which explains the chronological events of the Peloponnesian War, and Panzer Leader by Heinz Guderian, a German officer who first created the principles of blitzkrieg. Warfare is perhaps one of the most important ingredients of history that has undergone through numerous technological advances. During the times of the Peloponnesian War, battles were very primitive. As Herodotus explains in his book, The Persian Wars, soldiers engaged themselves into personal combat using swords, axes, javelins, and many other short-ranged weapons. At the time, physical features of soldiers, such as height, body frame, or muscles, played a role in ancient Greek battles. Through such antagonizing features, they were able to scare or destroy the morale of the opponent. Also, ancient Greeks used primitive means of transportation. For instance, most usually walked on foot and used boats steered mainly by wind and manpower using oars. However, as time passed, technological advances has made such a great impact to the warfare. During World War II, the Third Reich created a new war style called the Blitzkrieg or Lightning War. The basic principles of Blitzkrieg was a concentration of all fighting forces battling in a relatively small area and then marching through the enemy land in order to minimize possible casualties and time. Heinz argues in his book that tanks working on their own or in conjunction with infantry could never achieve decisive importance, and also argues that tanks must play a primary role, the other weapons being subordinated to the requirements of the armor. What was needed were armored divisions, which would include all the supporting arms needed to fight with full effect. Once a line of enemy defense was breached, the entire coalition of the German army spread and attacked from different sides, hence creating confusion and further damage. These fighting forces consisted of the three main forces back in the 20th century, including Panzer Army, the tanks, the Luftwaffe, the flying artillery, and infantry. The lifelike cooperation between these three forces were the key to Blitzkrieg. In fact, all the tanks and planes were equipped with a radio for excellent communication. In such battles, physical features were of no use, for the fate of battle depended on the practical use of number and modern machines. To sum up, technology has replaced many of the primary ancient weapons that could only cover a small amount of space with long-ranged mechanized tools with deadlier effects. Primitive weapons such as swords, spears, and javelins, which can only cover a relatively small area, was gradually replaced as technology created brilliant killing mechanized machines, capable of mass murder and far-range death. Whether it be morally right or wrong, what we know for sure is that war has become more inhumane and massive.